John Eldredge's Walking with God, How to Hear His Voice, is a heartfelt, practical, and deeply spiritual guide to cultivating intimacy with God through daily conversation and listening. Eldredge, known for his works on Christian spirituality and personal transformation, argues that faith is not about ritual or distant belief, but about walking with God in real everyday life. His central message is reassuring. God speaks, and believers can learn to hear his voice in the midst of ordinary experiences. The book begins with Eldredge's premise: faith is relationship. He explains that Christianity is not primarily about doctrine or duty, but about living in companionship with God, listening to his guidance, and responding with trust. A major theme is hearing God's voice. Eldredge emphasizes that God communicates through scripture, prayer, impressions, and circumstances, and that believers must cultivate attentiveness to recognize his guidance. Another key theme is daily intimacy. Eldredge highlights that walking with God is not occasional, but continuous, shaping decisions, relationships, and personal growth. The book explores core lessons across his framework. God speaks daily. His voice is present in scripture and life. Listening requires attentiveness. Silence and prayer foster awareness. Faith is relationship. Companionship with God is central. Guidance is practical. God directs choices and actions. Intimacy transforms. Daily walking deepens trust and joy. Discernment matters. Recognizing God's voice requires practice. Life is journey. Walking with God is ongoing and dynamic. Practical insights include: practice listening. Spend time in silence and prayer. Read scripture. Hear God's voice through his word. Notice impressions. Pay attention to inner nudges and guidance. Seek discernment. Test impressions against scripture and wisdom. Live daily intimacy. Invite God into ordinary decisions. Reflect regularly. Journal experiences of hearing God's voice. Trust the journey. Walk with God continuously, not occasionally. Eldredge blends biblical teaching, personal stories, and practical exercises. His style is warm, accessible, and encouraging, making the book resonate with believers seeking deeper intimacy with God. Another theme is discernment as practice. Eldredge explains that hearing God's voice requires distinguishing his guidance from personal desires or distractions. The book also emphasizes relationship as foundation. Eldredge insists that walking with God is not about rules, but about companionship, trust, and love.